What's up, collective? Welcome back to the channel. Let's get into another reading. There's new readings on the channel. You may not see them in your feed. You just gotta check out the channel or this community tab, and it's there. This is a general reading for all signs. A lot of messages are gonna come out for you. Your message could be in the beginning, middle, or end of this reading. So try to stick it out for the whole reading so you don't miss any messages that may come out for you. I'm gonna start with this deck here. One moment. You have tree, pizza in reverse again. This came out yesterday on a different card. This is a completely different deck. Icing on a cake or icing. Cupcakes. Then we have tree or a tree house. Pizza in reverse. This keeps coming out. And we got bus at the bottom. So maybe the school bus or a bus. Bus came out yesterday. Caught a bus in reverse or catch a bus. Caught a bus. It's the blue card that came out yesterday. So the same themes are coming out in different decks. So something is significant in this part of the reading about a bus. It doesn't have to be a school bus. It could be. Okay, cupcakes or something. You know, we used to be in school. We used to have parties and stuff. So maybe something like this. Maybe somebody didn't get pizza, or like I said yesterday, somebody is unable to do some sort of pizza activity involving a tree house or a tree. There's a dog and a cat on here, a frog, a bird. It could be significant. For my other decks, tree is also life. Okay, so life could be significant. Something could be going on with a bus driver. Okay, he looks tired, or she looks tired. Let's see what comes out. Let's see what comes out here. Let's see what comes out here. EE could be significant. Okay. EE. Tree. Norfolk or a place that starts with N could be significant. An office. Okay. Could be significant. This does kind of look like a location. Okay, it looks like a location somewhere maybe near a tree. Could be significant. Newfound freedom, okay, next to trees. So maybe someone found new freedom in their life, or they could be building something. Maybe somebody's building a house, okay, and it's newfound freedom. The color green is significant. Okay, let me see what else comes out for pizza. Jumping on the floor, way on the floor. We have 36 or 63 in reverse, or 9 could be significant. Okay, fake documents, forged signatures, okay, could be significant. Someone maybe doesn't eat pizza. Registered offender in reverse here over icing or something to do with cupcakes or some sort of dessert. Okay, a registered offender is in reverse. Okay, what's going on with the bus? Any of these colors could be significant. Attacks your voice. Somebody attacks your voice maybe when you're on the bus, or somebody who takes the bus is attacking the voice. Having a date with soulmate twin soon. Okay, this could be significant. Somebody has light hair. Okay, anybody? All right, let me get 2 more cards. CE could be significant. Or EC. Works at home. Someone works at home, okay. K or a rapper could be significant. The letter K or a rapper could be significant. Okay, swingers club is in reverse. And I need you right now in reverse. Somebody doesn't need, okay, they're in love with someone. So maybe somebody doesn't want to swing. They don't want to have this type of engagement. So someone could be attacking this person. Maybe their voice. They want something to happen faster. Somebody wants something to happen faster with someone's voice or a date or some sort of fake document, forged signature. Okay, maybe some newfound freedom or a job at home. They want something to happen faster. Okay. Let's see what is. A black dress could be significant. Something is happening soon. Something about twins and the letter E could be significant. The letter O in twins or E. Again, loss is back out again. This came out yesterday. Someone can't bribe, and then we have fury at the bottom. Somebody's furious with a family. Okay, and we have Scorpio, Cancer, Aries, Sag, Pisces, Libra, Capricorn. Anybody can have these placements. Somebody is furious, maybe that a family won't take a bribe. You're angry. Okay, it caused some kind of loss here. 6 in reverse. Okay, I'm sorry for anybody's loss. Some sort of bereavement process could be taking place. Okay, because someone can't bring themselves to self-love, to love themselves. Someone is isolating away from this person, or someone is isolated and they're separate from someone or very private. But they can't bribe somebody to do something. They can't convince someone to do something or tempt them. Maybe this family. They need prayer or libation, this person. Aries could be significant. Okay, they cannot succeed. Someone could be very private and not, a family could be private or a couple could be private. HT or TH could be significant. Something is significant about somebody's hair. Okay. Someone cannot succeed without tempting or causing loss for a family or a couple or both. And somebody is furious back here. Who is this person? You have memories with someone here, maybe? Who's this furious psychopath here? Someone you won't work with, someone you won't collaborate with. Virgo could be significant. 45 or 54 could be significant. This person is overwhelmed. Aries could be significant. Okay, the collective is living and learning, so we're getting good news. Okay, and this person who's not married, okay, is trying to get in between your good news and your ability to live and learn or develop something or have some sort, be encouraged, okay? Right, someone's pride is in reverse. They don't have an ego to help them succeed. They don't have the self-esteem. They don't feel like they have value. Aries or Gemini could be significant. Anybody could be this sign. Virgo or Gemini is here. Someone is guilty, okay, and they're apologetic. They might be apologetic. But, you know, I'm picking up they're just overwhelmed, okay? And you won't work with them. So they're trying, this is some kind of mask here. This is some kind of mask. They're not really sorry, okay? They need to tell the truth, someone here. This card is about guilt, and so is justice in reverse. Yeah. This person is lacking some sort of logical thinking. Someone lost their home because of the collective getting good news and learning something about. What did they learn about? What did the collective live and learn about? Okay, so the collective could have been learning about someone who isn't professional, okay, and you're not stressed. Again, we have Libra, Sag, Pisces, Capricorn. Someone is not stressed. You're learning that someone is not a professional. They're having nightmares. They're not sleeping well. You could be learning this and it's not stressing you out. You don't care. Someone is just not a good person here. And they're not really sorry. I'm picking up here. They're not really sorry. Yeah, they can't disturb you, okay, because you're original. Okay, you're busy planting shit. You know, you got things to do, collective. This is not a priority for a lot of us. You're creative. This says you're creative. And somebody wants to gain off of that, okay? That's the problem. They want to gain off of that, but maybe you don't want to work with this person. They're not carrying themselves as they should, okay? And if it's not work, it could be something else that they're not doing good in the upright. They're not displaying some sort of responsible behavior. And someone is afraid that you will gain and be original without them. This person wants to be a third wheel in a relationship, but they cannot disturb this relationship. And it's giving them nightmares. Demons are haunting them, and ancestors are haunting them. They're in the dark here. Okay, they're dealing with some sort of persecution. They're afraid. Some of these individuals in this reading could be a child. Okay, it could be a child doing this, masking up as an adult in the spiritual realm. They can't get any love or help from ancestors or anything good, any good energy. Okay, they don't have morality. So they're lacking that. New, free could be significant. Someone isn't homeless and someone passed away. They wouldn't stop doing something. Okay, something was causing this person a lot of suffering. And they wanted to, EL could be significant, EL or eel, L, okay? Cancer could be significant, Pisces. Now, this person wouldn't stop doing something, maybe causing some sort of suffering, and it backfired. They suffered so much that they had an ending. Okay, this has been coming out a lot here. Red in reverse. Red in reverse here. Could be significant. Nature. You meant nature. Maybe you were talking about something and you wanted something natural. You meant something about nature is significant in this reading. I or R in reverse. The letter I or R, somebody's first, middle, or last name in reverse. Okay. There's a relationship that's not occurring. Okay, we have Pisces again. And someone else is happy and they're not homeless. They're a creator. So this could be an ex or somebody that is watching your relationship. We have sweet in reverse. Somebody wouldn't stop doing something. Okay, to somebody who's not stubborn. Someone who listens, they're not stubborn. Taurus, Libra, Capricorn could be significant. Aries. Something is fated to happen. Okay? Either a friendship, a relationship, a promise, a job. They can't sacrifice it. They can't pass it up. They have lost because of that. You all know how this goes. The collective isn't sick. Okay? Leo could be significant. Anybody could be Leo or Virgo or both, cuspy. All right? Some type of ending happened. Yeah. Because they're in a contract with the devil. And they needed to offer up the collective or something that we were doing, and they were unable to do that. So that's unfortunate for them. Not for the collective. ZZA, Zaza in reverse. Sue could be significant. Sue. Suze. Suzanne. Susie. Or suing someone could be significant. Okay, someone could not fulfill their contract because they could not bind you. They could not obstruct you. Okay? And the collective isn't sorry about that. They need to move on. This energy needs to move forward. We have good merit making, and that's it. This person that was attacking the collective's voice is in reverse. A broke witch could be significant. 36 or 63 in reverse. The letter E in reverse. Okay, this got stuck in here. Okay, somebody's getting engaged. That's wonderful. Congratulations. Let's see. This deck is never, I don't really pull this deck out too much. I'll pull one card out of here. Pull one card out of here. Apollo in reverse could be significant. This name came out yesterday. Or a person, first, middle, or last name that starts with A, could be significant. Okay, we have 5 of Pentacles in reverse out of this deck. I'll take one more card. 10 of Swords, okay. And one more card, 9 of Swords. So someone is struggling. We have a repeated trend of struggle and pain and suffering. Somebody could have been in bed before they passed, okay. A painful ending here. Something could be significant about someone's rear end. Okay, and I see someone broke and somebody not broke with the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. Someone is recovering. You don't have to be a Taurus or air sign, or you could be. You could have air or Taurus placements. Okay, a water sign could be struggling. Somebody with water placements or air placements could have had something. This is very bad. 10 and 9 here. 10 and 9 is very high up. Someone was really suffering, but they were doing something here. They were doing something. And again, EE keeps coming out a lot. Okay. Let's see. Something could have happened to a mother and their child. This is possible. Someone could have been fighting for their life or their survival. Okay, someone could not move or didn't move. They were recovering, maybe saving their money, and they didn't move yet. Or someone who moved could be in reverse. This comes out on this channel a lot. Brock could be significant. Anybody with this name or a B name could be significant. There's a singer in reverse here. Maybe someone had a painful ending. A father and daughter. This could be why. Like I said, this person did something bad. Okay. And someone is suffering. More images of someone in bed or on a cot suffering. Okay, and not apologetic for their behavior. Okay, they weren't tired of doing something, even though they were stressed out and suffering. Okay, someone didn't think another person was beautiful. But this cucaracha here, who plans devious things, tells their little secretary or their little whore or their little coven to go do this, they're in reverse. Because of what they're doing maybe to couples that are moving, or they're preventing couples from moving by doing something to sacrifice or steal, is a better word, to avoid some sort of investigation, or something's not being investigated here, and someone is guilty. Again, someone could have lost their home, and they didn't respect someone's bodies, rules, and decisions. They could have been doing something wrong. This person could have been telling them, go and do this and go do that to their body, and now they're in reverse. Nine or 10 could be significant. Okay, like I said, I'm picking up maybe someone lost their livelihood here. Again, I'm sorry for anyone's loss. Someone couldn't fight something with their body. Maybe someone's rules, bro is here, bro, could be significant. Rob could be significant. Orb in reverse. Again, justice in reverse, guilt next to the handcuffs. Because someone has released the devil. They stood up for themselves. My body, my rules, my decision. You don't tell me what to do with my body. Someone is trying to tell someone what to do with their body. And it's not okay. They're learning it's not okay wherever they are. Someone doesn't want to go to court and they think someone else's life can save them from going to court. But we see they're going to jail. They're going to court. They're serving justice. The justice card, whether in the upright or not, means they're serving justice. When it's in reverse, it means they're guilty. They're guilty and they're being punished. And it keeps coming out because that's what's going to happen. The collective is getting justice regardless. There's going to be a rise of civilization. Okay? Dreamers, planners, developers could be significant in this reading. They could be seeking this energy out. Okay? They want power. But they could also be abusing their power. And they can be doing this for fame or recognition. They could have lost their power for doing this. Right over the Nine of Swords. Okay, they're causing some kind of childhood trauma, or they could have suffered, or both. Okay, some kind of kidnapping or selling, abuse, or orphan could be significant. And then we have nature worship. Someone could be worshiping nature. Okay, let me get one card out of here. Okay? You could be seeing squirrels in your neighborhood. People possess animals. I've experienced this. There was a squirrel in my neighborhood that was gyrating on a cord all the time, an electrical wire. It was always vibrating and jiggling around on it in a very strange way. I also see them going around in pairs sometimes. Someone could be watching you through squirrels. If you see them a lot, there could be somebody watching you. Okay? That's what I see. They're watching. Okay? There could be a loss of squirrels. Someone could be offering them up. Okay? Don't put it past this group. Don't put anything past them. They do it. Anything. They'll do anything. Five of Swords energy. Someone is not having failure. Okay? We have luck. Someone could be causing endings for people. They need luck here. This brings them luck, they think. But I see abuse of power in reverse. It won't be working anymore because their wealth is in reverse. They're guilty. Okay, they don't have illumination. They don't see anything. They don't see what they're doing. Okay, someone's doing time. A mountain could be significant. A peak, a period, a mountain, a peak, a pyramid is what I meant to say, but I said a period. Earth, pyramid in reverse could be significant. Again, images of mountains and some sort of trauma. They can't offer or give or get or receive a gift. Okay, they're unable to deceive somebody because they don't have illumination. They cannot see. So they're definitely not going to be able to deceive anybody. They can't do it. So they could be, someone is doing time here because of a loss of power or some sort of abuse of power in reverse. It's not happening anymore. Their wealth is in, they can't buy their way out of something. So we have earth in the upright here. Something could be going on with bones. Okay, bones could be significant. And we have toxic in reverse. So there's someone that's not toxic. And maybe the luck is on their side. Okay? And someone cannot resist. They can't resist doing something. Whatever this is with this time is not going to fail. There's some kind of time that isn't going to have failure. Maybe this sentencing is what I'm seeing here. Because they're not resisting something, which is maybe the devil. I know snakes are not the devil, but it could represent the devil in some instances. Okay? We have twins again. Okay? They keep trying to offer up or steal from the collective, who's not toxic, who could be grounded and doing well. They're not failing, maybe at managing their time, or some sort of power that they have, they're doing well. And someone wants their life. this person or this energy whose intuition is in reverse, and maybe they're losing their voice, and the tax your voice came out, right? Something is permanent though, like the collective's voice or the collective's self is permanent. Like God gave us this here. 3 in reverse could be significant. So they're going to have loss of power. It looks like time is going to be served here. And that's that. The color brown could be significant. My body, my rules, my decision. Somebody is standing true to this. Someone could be invading your body or trying to, and somebody could have broke something on their body. Something could have broke or fractured. Okay. And you weren't able to travel or go somewhere maybe. This could be significant. The letter B could be significant. And light hair. All right, let's get the letters. Picky, pick me, Vicky. An air sign could be significant, 28 or 82. Ricky, any name that sounds like that or rhymes with that sound. Kirk is here. Perky, Perks. All right, let me get a vowel. Sip. Gypsy. So they're really working on hiding something. So we have some vowels, volumes. I said volumes. This could be significant. We have some volumes. And there is a little centipede crawling here. Coven member sneaking, crawling on the wall. 1 moment, please. Oh! Wow. As soon as I got up to smash it, it threw itself onto the floor. I kid you not. It just flopped onto the floor. I'm telling you, collective, you've got to, any type of pests you see in your house, you gotta get them because they're being sent by these witches and warlocks, I believe. I've talked about this on my channel a lot. Okay? It just literally fell on the floor, like, get out of there. Somebody said, get out of there. I'll find it later, or it was really small. Yeah, all right, so let's get into this. Okay. First could be significant. Hearse, purse, Ophi, Sophie, Rufi, Wiz is here, Zuki, Suzuki, Voss, POV is here, Hop is here, Cops, Riggs, Sips, Ships, Vogue, Hips, Pick, Shoes, IP, Pissed, somebody's pissed. Again, Suze again is here, Sue or Suze, Susie. Merc is here, Merc. Sick is here. Fizzy, Fizz. Sop, Soup is here, Soup. Okay, Soup is significant. Miso soup, this comes out frequently. UK and Oz is here. Somebody could be in prison in the UK. A senior maybe or not. Got. Coos. Crush. Crust. Chrissy or Chris. Prick. Ghoul. Ghost. Picking. Am I picking something? RIP is here. Who? Somebody could be asking who? GPS. VHS. SUV. Pick her. Shug. Joss. The letter O or P could be significant. 74 or 75 could be significant. 11, 12 may also be significant. 2 or 3. Something about an orbit or orb in reverse came out, and I have orbit here. Somebody could be working with this or seeing this. Ordering food. Something could be going on with ordering food, orbs, or something in this reading. Pal is here. An SUV, an accident could have happened. Rick or Ricky. Giovanni. Gio. Phi. Sagi. Zoom. Go Zoom. Pig. Ross. An HOV lane could be significant on the highway. UV. Someone is putting in an order or commanding something. Milk could be significant. Ordinal, ordinary, something is common or vulgar. Something vulgar is very common that someone does, maybe in the ear or with the ear. Something is organic, an organism, an agency or organization could be significant in this reading. An organ, an orgasm, pride, proud could be significant. Orientation, direction, guidance could be significant. Someone could be Eastern, Oriental, or Asian. Someone's position is significant. Someone wants to guide and direct something in the East, where they originate. Someone wants to give rise to something in the East, on the border or the edge of something. Urine or urinate is significant. Gold is significant. An orchestra or something is orchestrated. An orchid, the spelling of something. A sty in the eye could be significant. Something is bold and daring that someone is doing, did, or wants to do, but it's very dark. It's going to get dark. It's going to grow dark. A bear could be significant. Osteoporosis, an oyster. Autumn or fall. A grant or an award. Another one somebody wants. Oval could be significant. Ovaries. Sheeps. Overalls. A UFO. Ovulation. Oxygen. And a listener. A listener could be significant. Hug. Hug me. Hog. Show. Showroom. Show you. Soar. Sour. His something here. Sour mouth. Sour smell. Something could smell sour. Divorced. Something is sour about a divorce. Okay, this person sees something. Maybe they were blind before. But they see something. I'll never marry you, it says. Somebody sees that someone will never marry them or stay with them. This could be significant. You're winning in front of your haters. Okay? Could have something to do with a divorce. Someone may be self-harming. They could be seeing that someone's going to self-harm or they saw something. Someone who's envious of your talent could be significant in this reading. They're in denial of it. They don't want to admit it. They're upset that you know. Again, the letter I is significant. Multiple women. A sibling watching you online could be in reverse. Or they're not watching you anymore for some reason. ATM in reverse. Someone cannot do something at the ATM or slow down. Something is slowing down. They don't love something so much. They don't love it. A book reader could be significant. Okay, A or T could be in reverse. TA could be in reverse. Someone is avoiding change with multiple women, or they're forcing multiple women to do something. They're forcing divorces. Orchid came out in the book and it's here again. Somebody likes orchids. They can't create some sort of rumor. They can't sell something. They can't sell themselves. A secular witch at somewhere, draining your energy in person. Somebody's around the collective trying to do this. Okay? They didn't want to tell anybody, but everybody knows here. Fast in reverse. Something is slow. Somebody's marrying you slow, or something is slow about someone marrying someone. All right, someone was arrested multiple times here. Said could be significant, or ED could be significant. Men could be significant. Tipple men. Tip. The tip of something. Co-workers are not meeting up for sex in this reading. Someone is Hispanic. A spell backfired times, maybe multiple times. BL or LB in reverse. Someone's still living with him or her and plotting to hurt their children. Wants to blend families. Somebody wants to blend families. Barbara in reverse, or name yourself with B. Again, B or B in reverse, first, middle, or last name. A karmic parent could be significant. Divine feminine, divine masculine wants to exchange numbers. Okay, maybe blend families. They hate someone being together. This karmic parent, they're being looked into. A detective could be significant. K could be significant. Nightmares every night someone is having because they hate something. They're exposed to the authorities, someone, and something is on their way. Something or someone is on their way. 52 or 25 or 7 could be significant. MK Ultra is in reverse. Somebody's not under it. They can't do it to someone, maybe multiple men or women, in order to stay out from serving justice. Somebody is trying to do something terrible. Okay, they could be manipulating readers or readings. Okay, and somebody's on their way here. This person under MK Ultra could be in reverse. An X, TH or HT could be significant. DE or ED could be significant. Something feels so good here. 35 or 53 or 8. A family secret. A tall building. Evil spell work in reverse is not working. Somebody reversed it. You're not texting this person. Someone cannot do something to a building. And something feels good here. Sex in reverse. So it's not sex that feels good. It's something else that's not on the surface. Maybe love. You have single as fuck, okay? Someone could be trapped in a relationship as well, or feel like it. And maybe their social media isn't doing well. It was, maybe it's not anymore. They're not trying to unalive anybody or you. They're not losing their apartment. King could be significant. Zigzag. Someone's envious of your talent again. Maybe another man or woman is involved. Date date night did not happen. It didn't go well. 7 could be significant. Somebody's 6 feet or taller. They're never going to call you is here. An author could be significant. Kinky hair in reverse. They forced somebody to do something. Okay, this person wasn't stupid. Crystal ball. Somebody could have been watching this person with a crystal ball. Kim could be significant. Someone's an amateur though. Sims could be significant. A strip club. Someone could have worked here as well. Okay, they're doing mirror magic. This amateur. Bible in reverse. Maybe they don't read it. I have my Bible open to Hosea 9:5. Hosea, verse 4. Such sacrifices will be to them like the bread of mourners. All who eat them will be unclean. This food will be for themselves. It will not come into the temple of the Lord. What will you do on the day of your appointed festivals, on the feast days of the Lord? Even if they escape from destruction, Egypt will gather them and Memphis will bury them. Their treasures of silver will be taken over by briars, and thorns will overrun their tents. The days of punishment are coming. The days of reckoning are at hand. Let Israel know this, because your sins are so many and your hostility so great. The prophet is considered a fool, the inspired person a maniac. The prophet, along with my God, is the watchman over Ephraim. Yet snares await him or her on all their paths, and hostility in the house of his God. Someone is definitely going to serve justice. And what I see here is that even if they escape some kind of destruction, there will be some kind of ending with the word bury and gathering. There will be many that will be buried, I see here. You can take that how it resonates. It could be figurative or literal. But whoever is offering sacrifices, unclean sacrifices, eating with demons and spirits, this is going to have repercussions. And right now, we're at a time, I feel like, people who want to help people look crazy. They're making us look crazy or like a fool. But God sees us as the watchman. Okay, so I'm not really worried. This could be significant for this reading. Something could be going on with the Bible. But then there could be someone not meeting up for sex with a coworker as well. Maybe they started working at a strip club. Maybe they quit their job. Okay, they went somewhere else to work, but they're not reading their Bible. Someone is Hispanic. Someone is still living with this person, stalking their children. Somebody here, okay, getting paid to mess with someone's social media or channel. Someone curses the collective for some people after watching their video or channels daily. Okay, they could be possessed by some sort of lying spirit. Someone could have a lying spirit on them. Dark shades in reverse. Okay, maybe they don't wear them or they can't find them. Somebody can't find their glasses. PA could be significant, or AP. Bagel in reverse. Someone doesn't eat them, or something didn't go well with the bagel. Soulmate twin is lying to you. This is another trap card. Someone is saying this, or they want you to believe this, but they're not lying to you, because this really doesn't happen. These relationships are cherished and meant to be. So this doesn't really happen too much here. It can, but it doesn't really happen. And that's why people want to sacrifice or steal this. Okay? Somebody's not praying or reading their Bible. They need to. A lying spirit could be telling them not to do this after watching something. Somebody wants to kiss passionately. A bald head could be significant. Something could be going on with it. Maybe some sort of evil spell work. Vicky is significant. R could be hiding, the letter R. Or it could be in reverse. Suck is here. Something sucks for someone. Mickey, Mike. Mikey could be significant. Michael. Someone is not avoiding change. Maybe they were. And now they're winning in front of their haters. Someone isn't 6 feet or taller. Or someone 6 feet or taller could be in reverse. And they're not able to blend families anymore. First, middle, or last name start with B. Someone wasn't seeing another woman. Maybe somebody thought that someone was seeing another woman, but they're not here anymore. This could be several different people. Socks could be significant. A detective is significant. And one more card. Someone sees something. This detective sees something about a sibling or another relative that they're in reverse. And they could not blend families with someone, or somebody didn't want them to. Somebody wasn't cheating on someone, though. They weren't cheating before something happened. They see something. They weren't blind to something that somebody didn't want them to blend families with someone or be with someone. This person wasn't avoiding change. They were winning in front of their haters. And another person could be in reverse as well. A couple of energies here. The letter I. Someone could be blind to another woman. Somebody's first, middle, last name starts with I. Anybody? Here. Oil rig could be significant. An oil rig. Jimmy. The letter U. Somebody's first, middle, or last name starts with I or U could be in reverse. I and U is here as well. In reverse and in reverse. Okay, the letter S could be significant and it's here as well, and V. All these letters are here, so these are sort of confirmations for me. Fish in reverse. Somebody could be a Pisces. Anybody? Or fish could be significant. Something could have happened. Pollock came out the other day. A salmon came out. Could be significant. $59 or $95 could be significant. Pigs is here. Pigs. Kevin could be significant. Rude, a rug or rugs. Again, Eight of Swords. Came out first yesterday. It's back out first again. Because someone is going to jail. Somebody's son could be significant. A blind son could be significant. The son could be blinding someone or did this. There's a Queen of Cups here who's just happy, okay? And avoiding issues with someone who's locked up or going to be, or has lost their power, or they're in some sort of captivity. They're not bearing any fruit. They're trying to attach themselves to this calm nature. Someone could be trying to trick this Cancer, Gemini, or fire sign. Somebody could be trying to trick them because they want them in some way. Somebody's upright. You have more fire. We have Cancer in reverse that could be tricking, and that's why you're avoiding someone, because they could be tricking you. This person could be alive or dead. Blind, so blind, in reverse, so blind, in reverse. If somebody's not blind, somebody sees this person and what they're doing. SO or OS could be significant again, it's significant. Someone is in poverty. Taurus, Cancer, Fire, Gemini, Air, Sag. Could be significant. They're in poverty, they're having loss. They're doing something really bad for money. Leo, Virgo in reverse. Male or female, very controlling, corrupt, and animalistic. They could be doing something to an earth fire sign. Or a water sign in reverse could be doing something to an earth fire sign as well. Someone who's very honest and charming, taking care of themselves, is balanced. Someone's very calm here, calm and relaxed. They want to stir something up. They can't cause any conflict with the Five of Wands in reverse, so they keep tricking somebody to try to cause conflict because they can't do it directly. Someone could just be daydreaming too much, spending too much time in the imagination and trying to flatter the collective. They have no more protection. Water, fire is just losing their power. Okay, whatever power they have, they're having obstacles now and they're ignorant. They keep returning for money, riches, attention. Okay, somebody could be very numb. And maybe this person was sacrificed. Because again, they're not sacrificing this energy in the middle. Taurus, Pisces could be significant. They're hesitating. Okay, they're waiting for something, maybe trial. Maybe they're waiting for some sort of information. They're waiting to leave home. With the Six of Cups, they could be waiting for justice or some sort of recovery to come in. They could be waiting for their person. And we have a Robata. A Robata could have been sacrificed. Okay. This Robata is could have been sacrificed for something they were getting ready to do. And someone is defending this Robata. Or someone is defending himself against this Robata who was sacrificed. Because maybe someone was interfering with their plans. Okay, somebody's being honest with the Three Wands in the upright. This fire energy, fireplace and fire waters in the upright is being honest. Somebody could be Capricorn, Aquarius as well. Okay, they try to confuse this person that's having success. Their back is turned to them. They don't want to look at them. They could be going overseas. Somebody's having, they're focused on their success. They're not concerned. But there is somebody here who is, science could be significant. This person, even though they defended themselves, had some sort of disaster. I see someone, maybe a robata in the upright. I'm picking up this robata is maybe they had some sort of rebirth and they were sacrificed because they were being brave about something. They didn't want to be a robata anymore, but they looked, I'm picking up this robata was different. Okay, but again, it wasn't good enough for someone here because someone has moved on. But then I see this robata lacking clarity about something, and something happened. Some kind of chaos happened. Their judgment was in reverse, maybe in bed. Okay, they were doing something wrong in bed. They had to defend themselves in bed because somebody kept doing something with wands multiple times, maybe in the sleep. With the Nine of Swords here, maybe a Capricorn did something to them in reverse for their Nine of Cups. Again, I see a robata that was trying to get on the right path, but still doing something in the bed. Okay, that was causing some kind of worry. This is also about imprisonment. Somebody could be imprisoned in their mind mentally, and then, you know, Eight of Swords is also imprisonment. Okay, so something is painful. And they could be watching someone get together while they have loss, while they don't have anything that they want. Some sort of emptiness. They lost something, doing something multiple times in the bed or in the sleep. It was causing nightmares and anxiety. Okay, somebody took something from this person, or this robata. And what I see here is someone's not going under oath, or they don't want to. They did it because they don't want to go under oath. They want to work alone. They don't want to work with somebody. Something is sloppy. A group is having a conflict. And they could have taken somebody's choices. Or they want somebody's choices. But it's not good, okay? So some kind of sex was going on with the Lovers card in reverse, but it wasn't good. Somebody was just around for the choices. And they could have lost their home, this robata. A Virgo, Libra, Aries could be significant, Pisces, and Leo. Something is coming out about what happened here. Some kind of clarity. Lots of consciousness is coming out. The sun is coming out on something, some type of mistake or mistakes. And somebody is scared. They don't have any patience. They can't calm down while this happens. Maybe a Pisces, Aries as well. And then we have a fire sign that's very happy, very excited about something. We have fire, Scorpio, water, Cancer, and some kind of preparation is happening. Somebody could be leaving somewhere, very happy or very generous. Promises are being fulfilled in the collective energy. Someone's being put to, I'm telling you that it's over. They're panicking with the Eight of Wands in reverse. They're panicking, they're scared. They know. This is, it's like finally, you know, they know that this is it. And there's no more beating around the bush. There's no more deceiving. No more deceiving. Survivor could be significant. Sorry. Give you is here, give you. Again, E and E. Okay, we have water. Somebody could be a water sign. A raindrop or rain could be significant. A dress or a dress could be significant. Gloves could be significant. A ball in reverse. Or prom, maybe. Maybe it didn't happen. Somebody's blind. Volleyball. Somebody could have gotten hit with a ball or something and they're blind. Oh, I'm sorry, that's terrible. A cat could be significant. Drums or a drummer in reverse. Car in reverse. Maybe something happened in the car. A tractor. Some sort of work vehicle. Could be significant. Pirate or a captain. And bake in reverse. Maybe a baker or somebody who bakes is in reverse or not baking anymore. Again, I feel like something lost control. This could also be chariot energy, Cancer. Somebody didn't have authority or success with something. Maybe baking or music or leading something, being a manager, a leader or something, or a cat. And hat is here. Someone's hat is significant. Truck. Maybe the hat was in the truck, somebody wore this hat. The truck is in the upright. So maybe something happened in the car. And we have excavation. Something could be going on with construction, with the tractor. That's more farm work. A farm could be significant. Extractor. Someone could work one of these. Construction comes out sometimes. Something could have happened to that. Maybe a manager that works in construction. And hat again. Something with their hat, a work hat, a helmet, something they put on their head. A truck driver could be significant. Somebody could do these occupations. And night could be significant. Something happened at night maybe. Somebody could be playing music at night. Zipper. Z could be significant. Something could have happened in the snow or during bad weather. Goose. Geese. Someone can go to the park and feed geese. An eel. Some kind of serpent or snake spirit could have been on this person. A water spirit, this person by the water. Something could have came out of the water. A spirit could have, okay, E or G could be significant. There's a lot of images by the water here. Some kind of water spirit. When somebody goes by the water, could be contacting this person or attaching to them with witchcraft. Okay, somebody could do this with witchcraft. Summon a spirit when the person goes around the water, and bam, that's it. Someone's son could be significant. One more card, this construction, and a construction hat. The letter U, first, middle, or last name, or I, UI, urinary infection, urinary tract infection, UTI, something to do with urine could be significant. It came out in the book. And bananas. Okay, bananas or a fruit could be significant. Yellow. And construction hats are usually yellow or orange or something. Something could have been on the person's hat, and maybe something happened, some sort of accident. Somebody survived. Somebody's going to marry someone. All right, one more word, and I'm going to close this reading. 114 could be significant. RSVP. RSVP. You okay? Hours. And there's a fly. Okay, so somebody's flying on hours. Last guy in here again. Get out of here. Nasty fly. Ruckers or ruckus. Spurs and Kush. That's your reading.